Hello guys, I hope all of you are doing very well. Let us straight away go into the video. That is, this video is, the number is 228, and as far as the book review is concerned, it is the 18th video. Okay, and in the previous video I stopped at saying about the 90-day program which Jaggi announced. I also told you about the situation, how the rain was slashing like anything at that time, and the way it rained, it looked as if not even 5 people would attend the program. But on the 30th, that is the first day, that is 13th July, when the program started, all the 50 people who had registered had come, and that itself, it was like a miracle. And when Jaggi announces a program, it is not a simple program. We should know that. See, these 50 people registered, and all the 50 people reached the place in spite of the torrential rain, because they had that much of faith on his yoga master. No, Jaggi at that time was known as a yoga master, and see, by that time, by 1994, he had taken a lot of yoga classes, and many people in Coimbatore who attended his classes got cured of their diseases, sinusitis, arthritis, diabetes, like that. Many people got cured of their ailments by attending Sadhguru's classes. And so, based on that faith only, these 50 people had come. And Jaggi already announced to the 50 participants that it is going to be a strenuous program, and it should, because it has to be conducted in a controlled atmosphere like this. And that is also very true, because as I said earlier, when I attended Samyama program in 2020, he told us openly, look, this is the maximum for a person who is in the normal life. If you want to learn something higher than this, then you should come to the ashram. Because when we do higher practices, when we do higher sadhanas, so many changes take place in our energy level, in our pranic body, in our aura. Lot of changes take place, but these changes cannot be controlled by a layman. Only a guru can know what is happening to our body, and only a guru can rectify it. That is the reason why Sadhguru says so. So, he already announced that, see, I am going to teach you a lot of very high level sadhanas which must be practiced only in a controlled atmosphere like this. By controlled atmosphere, what he meant was under the supervision of a guru. Okay, and he also said that here they will be concentrating more on activating their chakras, how to activate all their 7 chakras, and also how to balance the 5 elements, because you know our body is formed of 5 elements. What are the 5? Body is formed of 5 elements means the body has trillions of cells, and all these cells are basically formed of these 5 elements. What are the 5 elements? Earth or mud. Earth is an element. Mud, soil. Earth is an element. Water is an element. Fire is an element. Air is an element. And Akash. These are the 5 elements which constitute our body cells. So, if you know to control, if not all the 5, at least one element, then our health will be pakka. Our health will be 100%. Because in different tissues in the body, these 5 elements are present in different proportions. And when do you fall sick? When do you get diseases? Only if the proportion is not maintained. This is a very simple but a very valuable truth. That is, we can maintain 100% health in our body if all the proportions of the 5 elements are correct in the various tissues. So when do we fall sick? Only if the proportions of the 5 elements are distorted, changed. Then we call it dis-ease. Okay, so we should know to master at least one element of the 5 Panchabhutas. Okay, and see, all these things were already said long ago by the Siddhas. Okay, see, and they have given the representation, how the 5 elements are represented in the fingers. See, ring finger for earth element, little finger for water, thumb for fire, index finger for air, and middle finger for Akash. And the same way, the 5 fingers, as the 5 fingers represent the 5 elements, the 5 letters Na, Ma, Shi, Va, Ya. These 5 letters represent the 5 elements. That is why the Namah Shivaya is not a mantra. It is not a mantra. Usually a mantra has 1 letter, 2 letters or 3 letters. This is Panjakshara mantra. Akshar means letters. Panja means 5. So these 5, Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya is a Panjakshara mantra. Not actually a mantra. It is a formula, you can say. Okay. So Jaggi already announced that we will be doing strenuous practices, very high level sadhanas, mainly to control your 5 elements in the body and also to activate all the 7 chakras. And also to understand about the nadis, Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, and so on. And as I said earlier, whenever Sadguru talks, he talks about maintaining the energy of our body. That is the pranic body. He concentrates mainly on the pranic body, the energy body. He says if the energy body is all right, you are all right. You know, some gurus give more importance to energy body. Some gurus give more importance to the mental body. And all of them give due importance to the physical body. Because if the physical body is not maintained, if the health is not maintained, we can't do anything. Health is wealth. Okay, I hope you agree with me in that. So, he started teaching all these sadhanas, and their timings are like this. Morning 5 o'clock they start the sadhana, then afternoon 2 to 4 is the rest time. From 4 o'clock if they start, again it will go on till 12 o'clock in the midnight. So from 12 to 4 they will sleep, then again by 4 o'clock they get up, and by 5 they start their sadhanas. It was a very rigorous practice. And the participants said later that our Guru made us, our Guru set us on fire. True, because Guru himself is a fireball. He himself is a ball of fire. So when he is emanating energy, it will be like that. And once or twice when I attended some programs where directly Sadguru himself conducted the program, apart from Samyama, I could feel that. He will be sitting on the dais and the whole hall will be full, and you can really see the energy flowing away from his body, and it will reach the last participant. If you are ready to receive, there is nothing like that. Okay. Then see some participants like Kiran. He said that he could see the high energy level inside the meditation hall. It was not a pakka hall. It was just a thatched roof, but still all the 48 participants were sitting and doing the sadhanas. No, that itself will give out a lot of energy. So Kiran, he said, when you come from outside, when you enter into that place, you see the energy will push you out. Such a lot of energy was there in that place. And another volunteer, Srinivas, he said, he said that he felt as if most of the time he was drunk, he was intoxicated, because there was so much of solid energy. Guru himself is a ball of energy, and he is emanating his energy to his participants. That's all. And one day Jaggi came and said, it seems, I have not prepared anything. But that day also everything went on very well. And later on Jaggi explained to them, it seems, that there are so many higher masters, so many astral masters are here. They are very happy that you participants are doing such good sadhana. So they all have descended here and they are very happy with you, and they are only conducting the program. In fact, there is nothing with me. I am not conducting anything. It is they who is doing it. Like that they said, it seems. Like that Jaggi said. And what do you mean by masters? See, these are all the astral masters. See, we have our own spirit guides and astral masters. Astral masters are at a very, very high level. Astral masters are nothing but the atmas, the spirits, the souls of higher evolution. They are in the 5G world. Now, when something good happens on the earth, they come down. They come down to see. They come down to guide us. They come down to bless us. So that was happening there, in that place. And one thing, the food, whatever Sadguru gives is of high quality and quantity also. No restriction about the quantity also. But it is sattvic food. And since we are not used to the sattvic food all the time, when you eat sattvic food continuously for 10 days, after that you don't feel like eating. The same I felt during my Samyama period. In such big vessels, they used to cut watermelon, other fruits and keep it for us to take. There was no restriction at all. But in general, this cooked vegetables, porridge, and the fruits, again and again eating the same thing, you don't relish the food after some time. Like that, a participant by name Suman, one day after seeing the food, tears started rolling. And Jaggi saw that. Jaggi could understand. And immediately he ordered the volunteers to prepare vegetable biryani for them. So all the participants used to come and tell Suman, it seems, you better cry often so that we get something good to eat. like that. And there was torrential rain, because that is the rainy season, no? August, July, August, September, like that. They had torrential rain, and wind was blowing at the speed of 120 kilometers, 150 kilometers per hour. And there weren't any other building. So free flow of wind with some noise, creating some frightening emotions in our body. So bad it was. And they were all in the thatched hut. And the thatched hut went into pieces. They had some tent-like arrangements for the meditators to sit inside and meditate. But one day, the wind was blowing at a very high speed that the half of the tent was blown away. But still, all the participants were safely sleeping inside. Because of the tiredness of the sadhana, because of the intensity of the sadhana, they never felt the rain pouring down or the wind gushing with so much of speed. Nothing they realized. They were sleeping. And Jaggi woke up some 15 participants and he made the tent all right temporarily. And Jaggi never used to sleep, maybe hardly 1 hour in a day. Because, see, as a responsible person, he had to take care of the 48 participants, isn't it? So, he used to sit by the side of the tent and he used to sit and sleep. Because he was not sure when the tent will be blown away by the rain and the wind. So every 1 hour he will wake up and he will check, it seems, whether everything is intact, whether everybody is safe inside, like that. Because that was a great responsibility to take, isn't it? And people in that so-called meditation hall, see, they used to sit on the bed and meditate during the daytime and sit on and sleep on the same bed. See, this being the first program, they did it like this, and the same style continued till the end. I think now also they are doing the same thing, because in 2020, when I attended the Samyama program, we did the same. We were given a mattress and a pillow. We used to spread the mattress and sleep on it. The next day, during the daytime, we will fold the mattress into two, sit on it and do the meditation. But here what happened, see, we had a Pakka hall, Adiyogi hall, which could accommodate 10,000 people. But when I attended, there were about 4,000 people, men and women put together. Here, see, these people continuously for 10 days they were doing the practice like this, sleeping on the bed and sitting on the bed and doing the meditation. They were meditating, but what happened, underneath, see, they were sitting on the mud only. It was not a concrete place, it was not a cemented place, there were no tiles or anything like that. See, the termites from the mud, they came and they were eating the bottom of the bed. The participants were doing meditation sitting on top of the bed, whereas all the termites were eating away the bed from the bottom to that extent that almost they did not have the bed after some time. Even termite had their own share in giving trouble along with nature, we should say. But these participants never felt any negativity there. They had immense faith on their yoga master. Whatever he taught, they practiced. And they felt so strong. They never felt anything shaky about any situation because they had such immense faith on their yoga master, on their guru. You see, since the tent was damaged beyond repair, Jaggi said, "Come, let's go to the forest." So, temporarily, till the tent got repaired. You know, in that rainy season, you must get some person to get it repaired, isn't it? That would take some 4 or 5 days. So Jaggi took the participants and went to the forest. And they settled down near a waterfall, because water is a basic necessity, isn't it? And during the daytime somehow they will manage, but during the night time it was very difficult. No current, no light, no power supply. And due to the continuous rain, the rocks were highly slippery. And they didn't even have a place where all the 48 participants can sit together. There was no place. And in the night, throughout the night, some of the participants were standing and sleeping. Such was the condition in the forest also. And so some spent the whole night standing. And one participant was very happy to come across a cave. And so he was very happy to spend his night time inside the cave. But the next day, in the daytime only, he understood that it was a big burrow made by some snakes. You see? So he spent the night without knowing that it was the house of the snakes. And the rain was so heavy that it was like soaking the bone, because no place to dry the clothes. They are getting wet all the time. And there was one more point which you have to remember here. Jaggi's daughter, who was only 4 years old, used to be with him only all the time, because his wife was working in a bank in Bangalore, whereas he is here in Mysore, he is here in Coimbatore. So the girl grew up along with her father only most of the time. So when the participants get some free time, they will play with her. She used to play with the participants. Most of the time she was under the care of the volunteers. And when the program was going on, Jaggi would not allow any disturbance. So she would sit along with Jaggi on the dais. She would play in and around, and she used to sleep on the platform. And in the midnight, Jaggi used to take her to his room. Like that. You see, why I am highlighting all these things is, everything was centered around one person. That is the yoga master, none other than Jaggi Vasudev. That's all. Everybody was dependent on him. And in spite of the bad weather, in spite of the less comforts, and in spite of the problems they faced, nothing deterred them from doing the sadhana. That is what I want to highlight here. They had immense faith on their yoga master, and so they were keen on their practices and they were doing it. That's all. Okay. There are some more very interesting things to come that we will see in the next video. Bye.